Get excited for more Syrian. Yeah, Syrian Civil War Part 2. Let's go. Oh boy.
Oh man, what do we got headlines? Let's read some headlines about Syria. This sounds awful. There's more.
Well, we in this stream support the White Lion of Damascus, Bashar al-Assad, the true ruler of Syria. But you know, what are you gonna do?
That's not surprising to me.
We'll probably have boots on the. We'll probably have boots on the ground in Syria by the end of next year. So, oh boy.
Okay, now this I'm interested in. What's your take on Trump's handling of Syria?
I think that overall his handling of it was pretty good. I spurred the fuck out. I spurred the fuck out when he had those missile strikes, but then they seemed mostly like somewhat symbolic to get like
superficial,
the neocon ghouls to get off his back and shit like that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, they were. I think
isn't like the nonpartisan NGO that went to go surveil for like specifically like chemical. No, not the white helmets. The OPC.
Oh, that's a UN organization, right?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. What about it?
I want to say that they like didn't find any evidence that there was like a state-backed
cover up.
There wasn't any evidence to suggest that the chlorine gas used was like manufactured by like state manufacturing, and I think they just flat out said that there wasn't any nerve agents used in any chemical attacks in Syria.
It sounds like neither one of us is like completely up to date on this, but there was like some kind of scandal and cover up that was exposed with them, and I know there's a journalist Aaron Mott, Mate, and there's a little hat on the E, who has covered this in depth. So people can, I would recommend, and I will after the stream, go read up on what the exact nature of the scandal is. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. And how do you feel about like the U.S. since you are an Assadist? You probably are not a fan of like the Kurds and Rojava, right? And the PhD, I would imagine.
I think that a lot of people get really adamant about the Kurds, and that's mostly as a means of like we want to dispose Assad. Essentially, it's not as much of a like backing of any sort of like, oh well, we need to help our allies in the region and stuff like that. It mostly seems as like this is a way that we can dispose Assad. I think that U.S. involvement has done nothing but exacerbate the civil war in Syria and probably embolden ISIS or whatever they're going by now to be more active in the region. I think that we've prolonged it with our presence, and hopefully things stabilize and Biden won't be able to plausibly start a pointless war in the Middle East again.
But we have troops there now, right? Like
we do.
Did Trump significantly reduce the troop presence in
the
Syria,
troops?
which I don't think was huge.
The troops were there. The troops were there from the Obama administration on a like
but did they reduce,
on a 60-day order that lasted for like 8 fucking years. Yeah.
But I'm asking if they reduced during the Trump administration. I don't think they did.
No, unfortunately. Well, somewhat anyway.
I think it stayed pretty solid if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, I think what we can believe in is like probably more of the same. So you said you're an Assadist. What specifically do you like about Assad?
I think that for the most part, he's stabilized the region. I think that he's most likely
wait, he has. I think stabilized.
I think that he is
the longest civil war in history.
Yeah, I know because. Yeah, because without him, there's going to be a power vacuum of like whatever despotic group just has enough guns and might be backed by the U.S. And I think that he's probably the only chance that the minority Christian groups in Syria have of not getting genocided, which would be nice. But what are you going to do? So. First of all, I think you have to admit that whatever we want to call Syria, we can't use the word stable, right? I mean,
It's the longest civil war.
The Civil War is mostly like quieted down compared to how like tense it was in the area.
You began this conversation by saying it was brewing again, that it was breaking out again.
No, I'm saying that I believe that a Biden presidency will add more tension to the region.
It was just empty speculation. There isn't actually. I thought that there was something.
I mean, given his talk during the run up to the election, like it's pretty clear he wants to continue what Hillary Clinton started in during the Obama administration. Yeah.